So, we're going to be talking about the concept behind Alavida, and of course, we are going to be focusing in on the eye cream and what it contains, and some of the properties, and of course, some of the benefits that you can expect from this. And this is very consistent with the overall identity of LifeWave, because we're not just interested in cosmetic appearance. Of course, we want everything foundationally to be about health. And for that to start, of course, from the inside of the body. So in looking at this, and even looking at a product like an eye cream, we do want to ask the basic premise of why are people aging? And if we can understand why the skin ages, we can approach it from the perspective of let's provide the skin with nutrition and let's protect the skin so we can have a more youthful appearance. So we're going to approach it from that perspective. So we're getting in now since 2015 is when we first introduced Alavida. And it was based on this basic concept that what we wanted to do was use a patch to reduce the oxidative and inflammatory stress on the skin, and then use the topicals to provide nutrition for the skin and improve hydration and reduce the appearance of lines and wrinkles, stimulate production of hyaluronic acid, stimulate production of collagen, and do it this way. So that is our fundamental approach. Now, with the eye cream, since X39 is our flagship product, it only made sense, since there's so much information in our community about copper peptide, that we include copper peptide in this formula. And not surprisingly, the copper peptide has been around for a few decades now in skincare. So since its discovery by Dr. Laurent Picard, it has been principally used as a cosmetic material. But of course, we're going to do something different with our eye cream as compared to other products that have been on the market. So this is our beautiful Alavida eye cream packaging, which of course is consistent with our branding. And the first thing that you're going to notice about the product when you use it is that it's blue, and then that is in keeping with the color of copper peptide. So copper peptide, its key benefit in the human body, which is why X39 has been so popular, is that we know it is going to reset thousands of genes to a more youthful state. So this is not simply about just improving hydration, improving collagen. This is about creating more youthful skin. So to me, that would be the key benefit as to why we want to include GHKCU, this particular form of copper peptide. But in skincare studies, one of the key benefits is that copper peptide is indeed shown to support production of collagen. Now, there are many third-party studies that you can go to look at some of the benefits of copper peptide as it relates to the skin. So this particular study that we see here on copper peptide, this was performed by Dr. Laurent Picard. If you click on that link below, you can pull up the study. And one of the things that you'll see is that there are references to copper peptide improving the overall appearance of the skin, improving firmness, elasticity, clarity, and of course, reducing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, and actually also improving the very structure of the skin. So this is really every type of benefit that you might want to have in a skincare product you can get from copper peptide. So that's a key reason to include it. So we hired a very well-known laboratory as a third party to conduct a clinical study on the Alavida eye cream. And we performed this study with over 50 people, and they were between the ages of 49 and 70. It was also a 6-week study where we looked at taking a baseline reading and then looking at results after 3 weeks and 6 weeks of use. And these were the results that we saw both immediately and then after a 6-week period of time. Consistent with the benefits of copper peptide, we saw an improvement in skin elasticity. This is important. Let's actually talk about this because it's often overlooked. As we age, and as we see aging in the skin, there is a phenomena called cross-linking. And you can do a very simple test. What you do is you take your hand, you put it down on a flat surface like a kitchen table or a desk, and then you grab some skin and then you pinch up. And then what you want to do is see how much time does it take for the skin to relax. So this is going to be a measure of the elasticity of the skin. So if you do that skin pinch test on someone that's young, you're going to see that the skin bounces back very, very quickly. If you take someone that hasn't taken care of themselves, they're 70 or 80 years old, and you do that same test, you're going to see the skin, after you pull it up, it goes back very, very slowly. Well, this is a measure of the elasticity of the skin. And needless to say, what we're looking at here is a very simplistic measure of the collagen and elastin content in the skin, which is going to be very closely associated with the age of the skin. So when we're improving skin elasticity, this is not just a good thing from a cosmetic perspective, but it's also a great thing because it's a measure of revitalizing the skin, getting the skin to be more useful. Of course, also associated with that is the firmness. So as we're increasing the structural proteins in the skin, there should be an improvement in firmness. And here we see that over a 6-week period of time, over 84% of the people had an improvement in their skin firmness. As you might expect, hydration improved immediately, over 20%, or about 20%, I should say. And one of the reasons that we were able to achieve this is that we used oils in the product that collectively mimic the oils in the skin. So this means that the Alavida products can penetrate the skin and hydrate without leaving the skin feeling greasy. So that's a really key factor in our products. And you also look at other measures in skincare, someone's radiance, which is really a measure of their health, and of course, reduction in under eye puffiness. So this was a fantastic result for this clinical study. And now here's a look, of course, at the complete Alavida system, where we would have the patch that's intended to be used in the evening, the daytime formula, the evening formula, and then now the new eye cream, which can be used once or twice per day. So these products, they do work independently. I enjoy using the night cream after sun. So we have, of course, many incentive trips, and we were in Sardinia this past summer with our elite level senior presidential directors. You're out getting a lot of sun. I love using the night cream because of the vitamin C content. It's a little bit thicker, and it's very, very soothing after sun. So in any case, they're designed to be used either independently or, of course, collectively as a system. Now, when we were first developing this product years ago, we worked with a very well-known cosmetic scientist, multiple patent holder, independent consultant who had worked in the skincare industry for over 30 years. And the first thing about the product was that it needed to be natural. And we came very close to 100%, 98.6%. So you might say, well, David, why isn't it 100%? Well, as an example, we've got vitamin C in the formula. Vitamin C is natural. We also have oils in the formula. Oils are natural. But if you blend the vitamin C and you make it a fat-soluble form, that's something that doesn't occur in nature. It is made from natural products, but it doesn't occur in nature. So you cannot count that as a natural product. So that's one of the reasons why you get to 98.6% and not 100%. And of course, to be competitive, the product would have to produce very, very quick results and reduce the appearance of lines and wrinkles. So we were able to achieve those goals, in addition to more. So during the formulation process, in addition to copper peptide, there were a number of very key decisions that were made. One of the active ingredients that's included in the eye cream are milk peptides. Now, I want to take a minute to explain this because one ingredient you might expect to see that's not here is hyaluronic acid. So hyaluronic acid is a very common material that is used in skincare, and it is associated with the hydration of the skin. And not surprisingly, as time goes on and the skin suffers cross-linking, the levels of hyaluronic acid in the skin will decline. Well, our philosophy here was that instead of putting hyaluronic acid into the body, let's have the body naturally increase its hyaluronic acid levels by stimulating it with an ingredient. So in this case, milk peptides will stimulate the production of hyaluronic acid and stimulate the production of collagen. This is very similar philosophically to how our patches work. Instead of putting glutathione directly into the body, we are going to have a patch to signal the body to make its own glutathione. We believe this is a far better approach, and it's more natural. It's keeping with the way the human body works. So that's the reason why we include milk peptides, is to increase hyaluronic acid and increase collagen. Macadamia seed oil was utilized. First, it's macadamia oil, like avocado oil and like olive oil, is very rich in healthy fats, monounsaturated fats. And macadamia seed oil has the benefit that it's going to mimic the oils in skin. So you can apply it to the skin and it's not going to be greasy. So it's a very effective moisturizer for an oil. We also wanted to base this on algae oil. And the reason that algae oil is very rich in DHA. So if you were to take a omega-3 supplement, it would often be derived from fish. It could be derived from salmon or sardines, and those products are fine. And they're going to be a blend of omega-3s, of the EPA and DHA. Well, in this particular case, it is of a great benefit to apply DHA to the skin. And DHA levels decline after the age of 60. So we included algae oil because algae oil is predominantly the DHA form of omega-3, and it's a very effective moisturizer. We also included evening primrose oil for a similar reason. Now, moringa butter is amazing when it comes to improving skin hydration, and it has a number of very significant healing benefits that we won't get into because we can't make those claims. But we did include a small amount of moringa butter to balance out the formula for the purpose of improving hydration. We also included jojoba oil because when you add this into the blend, it's not greasy, and it will support a reduction in the appearance of lines and wrinkles. Rice bran oil was again included for a similar reason. It also naturally contains antioxidants, and it is going to work with our formula at mimicking the way the oils in the skin work. So again, we don't have a greasy product. Now, rosemary extract, which is a natural antioxidant, you'll see in some supplement products that it's used as a stabilizer to keep a supplement fresh. So the reason why we're including it is that it can keep our formula stable. So we're using it as an antioxidant that way. Of course, it will have some benefit as an antioxidant when applied to the skin, but we do principally use it as an antioxidant to protect the quality of the actives that are in the formula. Now, one thing that's really worth mentioning is we started this presentation out by talking about how important it is to have a natural product. We know that the skin is a barrier, and as a barrier, it's going to resist having things penetrate into our blood. We know that with things like transdermal patches, which our patch isn't, with transdermal patches, when you wet the skin over a period of time, that things that are on the surface of the skin will make their way into the body. So with skincare products, you want them to be clean, because anything that is in the skincare formula potentially can make its way into the body. So when we started out with formulating Alavida, it was extremely important that we leave out things that we know are harmful, like the parabens, sulfates, and phthalates. We also didn't want to have any type of artificial or synthetic fragrances. So this is another very important distinction between Alavida and other products that are on the market.